Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Aries. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your third week of March 2021. However, once again, we're going to be talking about some astrology that's going to be with us for longer than just 1 week. And that's because we're also going to be talking about this new moon that is in Pisces, your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone, which actually falls on the 11th of March, but carries us through the 25th of March in terms of its influx, its power, and its influence. And that is because this new moon is also going to be very, very closely connected with Venus and Neptune. So we have a bridge going on where a dream, an aspiration, a long-sought passion or fantasy that has never actually been able to physicalize for you is actually getting a chance to now become a reality versus something that may be kind of whatever you might keep in the etheric, whether it's just something in the back of your head, something you've kept in a journal somewhere, or maybe something that you have longed to maybe bring forth into your reality, but maybe you've treated it as a little bit of an escape, something that is not quite necessarily yours. There's been too much of a distance to relationship with it. This new moon conjunct Neptune and Venus is actually going to bring that forth into being for you. Now, this is all occurring in your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone. So this may actually be something that we have held onto for a very, very long time, or perhaps a very old dream that we have not necessarily been able to engage or build a relationship with. However, I do want to stress that when this comes, this news, these resources, Venus is providing a lot of opportunities for support here, whatever you need, it's important to engage it with a proactive, level of enthusiasm, welcome, and bond with it, right? You want to make sure you establish a relationship with these things because the new moon conjunct Neptune and Venus is a gift for everybody, but the difference between something kind of coming in and being a short episode of your reality and something that is, what you build a home with, you build a relationship with, you bring back and bring online and incorporate into your reality is what you do with it. Do you want something that you kind of passively engage, tease, play with, and then it's gone? Or do you want something that, in your mastery, you have welcomed forth into your being and integrated into your reality experience for however long you actually want it? It's an ability to see where everyone is in their progress. What happens with this week? Well, let's move on to the cards to kind of give a little bit more to at least the week in question. As we get on to your spiritual themes, you actually have the King of Pentacles upright, and you are coming into a beautiful environmental shift over the course of this week, because with the King of Pentacles, there is this big enforcement of everything going through a quality check, a quality improvement, and a level up. With the King of Pentacles, what we can usually see is a shift in our kingdom, a shift in our world that is taking everything that can evolve and making it evolve. The King of Pentacles is also about bringing in opportunities and energy and connections that are going to increase the payoff, the profit, and the productivity of everything that is going on around us. Because with the King of Pentacles, This is a time where everything that you need to make things happen, get things done, however it shows up in whatever form, is going to show up and be presented to you. But with the king, very much like we saw with the new moon, we also want to make sure that we are not maybe taking it too casually or taking too much of a withdrawn approach to it. Make sure that we are getting creative, that we are actually engaging, and like I said with the new moon, integrating this into all areas of our life. As we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work, your job, your finances, you have the Three of Wands in reverse. And I am getting a bit of a stern urging and a bit of a warning for a lot of you Aries people to pay attention to things that may actually be suffering a bit of neglect, or things that may actually be very good opportunities or very big rewards, big opportunities for maybe lift ups, new work, new career boosts, maybe even just abundance itself, that we have not been engaging properly. If there are things that maybe we have been out of touch with, or there are things that we have not necessarily taken the proper initiative with or maintained the proper initiative with. Because the Three of Wands reversed is showing me where we are going to have to re-engage things that we may have thought were getting taken care of, and make sure that they stay on course, or maybe even find a better course. And then there will actually be a breakthrough. What can happen with the Three of Wands reversed is that we have to pay attention to where something is, picking up dust, right? It's just sitting still. Whether it's an application, a proposal, a financial transaction, something that we can actually move ahead, move along with, and take to a better place, needs us to care and needs us to go into that divine ascended masculine cultivator, nurturer type of energy. And that's a very King of Pentacles kind of power. One of the things I also find with this Three of Wands reversed is that you might actually be finding that a lot of opportunities are getting put on the table, but they are not coming and necessarily taking you. They are being offered to you. So once again, a response will be crucial. As we get on to your communications, your friends, relatives, other people in your life, your community, you've got the Nine of Cups upright, and it does look like a friend or a relative is going to be put into a position to be able to actually grant a wish with you or grant a wish for you. And I feel like this may actually be due to them coming into some kind of big, wealthier way themselves, or possibly just coming into a new position of power, a new influence floating around them, or maybe even something that they can hook you up with. The Nine of Cups is indicating that I'm not necessarily, well, actually, no, I don't want to say that. I'm not sure if this is granting a mutual wish, a mutual goal, a mutual desire, something that both of you share, or simply the fact that they are coming into a breakthrough a very good way themselves, enables them, empowers them to actually also gift you with something that they have that will also see something that you are trying to bring into your reality, physicalize as well. The cool thing about this, though, is that there is a yes answer here. There is an inclination to do this coming from this friend or this relative. And this might be a time to pay attention to, how informed is everyone on what I'm doing? How informed is everyone on what I really want? How well informed? Right? We have to take responsibility for the impeccability of how our words carry with our closest people, because again, moments like this happen and people can't really be there for us when they don't know how they need us to be there for them, or vice versa. And with the Nine of Cups, they're going to be able to be there a lot. And I don't mean to go and say start begging, but it's because you should never do that. But really go into a space where people know, put your dreams, your aspirations, your goals out there. to be seen, to be understood, and so that people who are in that kind of way that are already on your side can be there with you and for you for it. Again, that's another part of the 12th house. What have you been keeping locked up? What have you been keeping from others? Time to bring it out to see the light of day. As we get on to your challenge this week, you have the Page of Wands in reverse. And the Page of Wands in reverse is indicating that the biggest challenge that you're going to have to, maybe overcome, or what you're challenged to overcome, may actually be a lack of engagement. All right, a lack of engagement on the part of either yourself or others. Sometimes the Page of Wands reverse can indicate that things could run the risk of going into too passive or into too status quo, looping behavior, steady as she goes, copy and paste every day. And we want to make sure that we break out of that. And we want to do that now as much as possible. The Page of Wands reversed is also indicating a need to pay attention to where we might be re-engaging things that we don't even like anymore. If we re-engage things that we don't like anymore, then we're just giving it permission to stay in our reality with us. We can go wherever we want. We don't need to do that. It's kind of like those people that leave hateful comments and rewatch monetized YouTube videos of people they don't like. What are you doing? What are you thinking? The Page of Wands reverse is indicating if you've got, anything going on that you're still engaging, you're still refreshing, that you wish would just exit your reality, cut off support for it. Cut off your energetic agreement to keep that story going. As we get on to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you do have the Chariot in reverse. And I do feel that there's going to be a point where we're coming to a crossroads for a lot of you Aries people, both in existing commitments and those of you who might be meeting somebody new this week or engaging somebody new. And with the Chariot reversed, it's important to understand that this does not necessarily have to indicate negativity coming through. But with this crossroads, it's almost like this relationship or maybe this new person is going to be presenting a future or showing up with a future or showing up with an engagement that we need to understand is coming into a direct clash with what we've been working with until now. Now, the clash may be a positive clash, right? We may actually, as a couple, agree that we need to make a bit of a timeline shift. We need to make a bit of a left turn. There's something that we've been carrying on in this relationship, whether it's a standard or a lifestyle that is totally counterintuitive to the healthiest, most prosperous outcome for all concerned. And this week there may be some need to reconcile that with our partner, especially if it may be that it was a force of habit, or it was something that we just kind of got into for no reason, or maybe we just, it was a pattern that we have to break. Or it could be something coming in that actually illuminates to both of us or to, us in general, that we can't continue on the road we're on if we want to have a certain type of relationship. For those of you who are currently looking for new people, the Chariot card reverse is indicating, yes, there is going to be somebody coming your way, but it's going to be a weird experience because you may actually find that you have more than one person showing up. One person who resonates with the life you are maybe trying to close a chapter with, and one that represents something completely new. And you're going to have to decide where you are in your own growth to really get a gauge of what you're compatible with right now. If you're still so drawn to something that is familiar or old, or again, a comfort zone that is very self-limiting, maybe think about what that's pulling into your life, because we do have new opportunities showing up, but they're going to feel very foreign or just feel a bit like territory you've been attracted to, but territory you've never given yourself the opportunity to engage. So that is what I've got for you, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.